By virtue of the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor and Principal, I now constitute this congregation of the Durban University of Technology for the purpose of awarding diplomas and conferring degrees. Good afternoon to everyone. I'd like to invite all of you to sit.
Sanibonani, Sanibonani, Molweni, Dumelang, and good afternoon. Welcome to the 2025 Spring Graduation Ceremony. My name is Alan Khan. I'm the Senior Director of Corporate Affairs, and it's my privilege and pleasure to be your Program Director at this afternoon's graduation ceremony. I would like to acknowledge and welcome the Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Thandwa Mthembu. In absentia, the Chairperson of Council, and we also want to welcome Council members who are present and part of the stage procession this afternoon. To our honorary graduate, Mr. Sipho Nkosi, and his guests who have joined us. To the President of Convocation and members of Convex and our broader alumni, members of the executive and senior management teams. I'd also like to take this opportunity to welcome Professor Mtose, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Zululand, members of the Faculty of Management Sciences and my colleagues from the Administration and Support Services sector at the university, internal stakeholder leaders from the Institutional Forum and from our unions, to the President of the Student Representative Council, members of the SRC and our Student Parliament, all protocol observed. A very special welcome to all of our graduands, their parents and guardians, family and friends, supporters and funders. Welcome to all of you, our honored guests, those assembled in the hall this afternoon and those who are watching our live stream online. It's an absolute honor to be with you today as we celebrate excellence and applaud our adaptive graduates for their academic achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, the DUT Envision 2030 strategy, which was launched by our Vice Chancellor and Principal in 2020, is continuing to have a meaningful impact on our university. We are very grateful and extremely proud of all of our students and staff who consistently live the values and principles as enshrined in the DUT Envision 2030 strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to say that a total of 940 adaptive graduates will walk the red carpet as we host 4 graduation ceremonies over 2 days. This is the 4th and final graduation ceremony to conclude not just the spring season, but our graduation events for 2025. Taking into account the 940 adaptive graduates for spring, you throw in for autumn, and in 2025, DUT has produced 8,270 adaptive graduates. This spring, 59% of our adaptive graduates are women, which means at the Durban University of Technology, ladies continue to dominate our graduation list and girl power is alive and well. Congratulations, ladies. Let's keep on rising. Honored guests, in a few minutes, DUT will be awarding an honorary doctorate to the legendary South African business leader, Mr. Sipho Nkosi. Leadership roles at Seoul, Anglo-American Coal, Exaro Resources, just to name a few. We are immensely honored and welcome to have Mr. Nkosi a part of our DUT family. Those of you who will be graduating today will become members of the DUT alumni. I sincerely hope that you will be active members of our convocation and that you will engage with our team from the and alumni relations unit. I must also add we would like to stay for the entire duration of this afternoon's graduation ceremony. Apart from being an honorary doctorate, we'll be awarding qualifications to all of our hardworking students, whether they're in red robes or black robes, and everyone deserves our attention and applause in recognition of outstanding academic excellence and achievement. I also want to add, if anyone feels unwell at any stage during the ceremony, please remember the security team. We do have standby and hope not required, but an ambulance to assist those for medical emergencies. So if you are unwell, let us know so we can give you the medical attention that you deserve. In a short while, we will commence with the awarding of the honorary doctorate, but first, it is my immense honor to introduce you, seated on my right and your left in blue robes, the award-winning DUT Chorale, who will get us in the mood with a musical interlude. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for our students, the DUT Chorale. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give them another round of applause. Our very talented students from the DUT Chorale. Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to commence with the awarding of the Honorary Doctorate. And I would like to invite the Executive Dean from the Faculty of Management Sciences, Professor Fulufelo Netswera, to join me at the podium to commence the process. Prof.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in Business Administration, honoris causa to Mr. Sipho Nkosi.
Thank you so much, Professor Netswera. I'd like to invite Mr. Nkosi to please join me at the podium. Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, the citation will be presented in honor of Mr. Sipho Nkosi, and it's my privilege to read the citation as we prepare to award an honorary doctorate to Mr. Sipho Abednego Nkosi. This award recognizes his sterling contributions and accomplishments towards transformation, business leadership, entrepreneurship, green and renewable energy, and youth and women empowerment. Mr. Nkosi's extraordinary and extensive contribution to the South African mining industry continues to benefit South Africa's growth, development, and transformation. He helped found and become the Chief Executive Officer of the new black coal company, Sizwe Coal, in 2001, and following its merger with Kumba's non-iron ore resources, was appointed Chief Executive Officer of the renamed and JSE relisted Exxaro Resources Limited in 2006. For this, he was awarded the Deal of the Year award. Exxaro is deemed a model of black economic empowerment and a champion of transformation across all sectors in South Africa. In his role as leader of Exxaro until 2016, he oversaw distribution of wealth to a range of previously disadvantaged South Africans to the tune of more than 6.6 billion rands in dividends. Nearly 1 billion rand was returned to over 9,000 participants in the company employee share scheme in 2011. His passion for realistic black economic empowerment ensured that there were still a significant number of black shareholders while Exxaro underwent remarkable growth. He showed his passion for transformation and for transforming human resources by training and grooming new black managers. Today, Exxaro is one of the top 3 coal producers in the country and one of the largest and foremost black-owned, South African-based diversified resources companies. Just over 30% of Exxaro is held by black economic empowerment shareholders via Sizwe, which include shareholders such as the Industrial Development Corporation. What continues to distinguish Exxaro is the active participation of its BEE shareholders in strategic decision-making at both executive and at board level. Mr. Nkosi's visionary leadership style, characterized by an astute, determined, inclusive, consultative, and unassuming approach, along with his quiet, calm, humble charm and humor, has enabled him to develop an extensive matrix of relationships throughout his business, political, and community domains. He is regularly consulted as an industry thought leader, frequently quoted in the media on industry-related issues, and often asked to present at local and international industry and investment conferences. He has made a lasting impact on industries and individuals alike as a leader, mentor, and innovator. His resilience in the face of obstacles, commitment to excellence, and his unswerving belief in South Africa's potential is inspirational. He was awarded the Tinilo Award at the Afrikaanse Handelsinstituut's National Congress in 2013 for business leadership, and the Brigadier Stokes Memorial Award at the General Meeting of the South African Institute of Mining and Metallurgy in 2015. He also won the Top Sania Award at the 2015 South African National Energy Association and the South African National Energy Development Institute Energy Awards. He has left behind companies bolstered by stewardship and has crafted a legacy that extends far beyond his tenure. This was evident in 2015 when Exxaro's net asset value per share increased by 231% to 96 Rand per share from 29 Rand in 2007. Under his leadership, Exxaro achieved an 80% reduction in fatalities and a 50% reduction in lost time and lost time injury frequency rates. Mr. Nkosi's vision for South Africa stretches far beyond the corporate world. He has championed the importance of education and entrepreneurship, often communicating the importance of persistence and self-improvement to youth and executives alike. As the South African winner in the Master Entrepreneur category of the Ernst & Young World Entrepreneur Award in 2012, he became a shining example of Black entrepreneur at the top of his game. His passion for establishing business incubators and mentoring up-and-coming entrepreneurs was clearly demonstrated when he co-founded Talent 10 Holdings in 2012. More than a venture capital firm, Talent 10 was founded with a vision of stewarding resources to catalyze meaningful change in South Africa, investing in young entrepreneurs while driving sustainable transformation. Even in retirement since 2019, he has been determined to pass his entrepreneurial experience onto the next generation by developing small businesses through his chairmanship of the Small Business Institute. In 2022, President Ramaphosa appointed him in an advisory capacity to lead a high-level team mandated to identify and remove regulatory bottlenecks that impede business growth in South Africa. In this capacity, he championed the enforcement of timely government payments to suppliers within 30 days and brought to light several critical areas where excessive red tape was constraining the country's economic development. Mr. Nkosi's commitment to green energy and sustainability is also significant. He has been at the cutting edge of Africa's renewable energy metamorphosis, championing technological innovation and environmental stewardship. Exxaro set up 2 wind farms in the Eastern Cape in 2013 and 2014 to provide renewable energy to the national grid, and is busy developing the Lephalale solar project in Limpopo to power its mining operations this year. He thus helped Exxaro win the Global Green Award in 2014 for its dedication to environmental stewardship and sustainability initiatives. A committed supporter of the government's National Development Plan, Mr. Nkosi led Exxaro to drive infrastructure development in communities surrounding its operations, most notably in Lephalale, Limpopo, where significant water, housing, and road projects were undertaken. Under his leadership, Exxaro invested more than 230 million rand in 2014 alone towards community development, social and labor plans, and discretionary donations, while directing 7.7 billion rand to historically disadvantaged suppliers. He expanded Exxaro's workforce to employ approximately 7,500 people with a similar number of contractors, and passionately promoted skills development. He was a strong advocate for youth empowerment, spearheading bursary and learnership programs that supported more than 3,000 young people. Exxaro also contributed the majority of engineering learnerships registered with the Mining Qualifications Authority, underscoring his commitment to building future generations of talent. His dedication to education and social upliftment further manifested in the founding of the Exxaro Learning Trust, which focused on internal employee development, youth learnerships, and community-based education initiatives. Beyond business, Mr. Nkosi is widely recognized as a crusader for education, healthcare, and rural development. He continues his philanthropic mission through his Sipho Nondli Foundation by providing disadvantaged children with educational opportunities and essential school supplies, while also facilitating critical healthcare support. The foundation assists children born with ear and nose defects, provides access to heart surgery and treatment for those without resources, and extends its impact to broader social and developmental needs. Mr. Nkosi's philanthropy has embraced creativity and innovation, as seen in his initiatives that nurture young talent in content creation, particularly movies and gaming. His enduring commitment to empowering others has made him not only a transformative business leader, but also a role model and a mentor to countless young people, leaving a profound and lasting impact on South Africa's social and economic landscape. Mr. Nkosi currently serves as the chair of Talent 10 Holdings and the Small Business Institute of South Africa, where he continues to champion initiatives that promote entrepreneurship, innovation, and sustainable growth. His influence extends across diverse sectors, reflected in his board roles as chairman of the KwaZulu-Natal Philharmonic Orchestra Association and non-executive director of Tronox Holdings PLC, as well as non-executive director of Sanlam Limited. In higher education, he contributes his expertise as chairman of the Risk Committee and vice chair of the Council at the University of the Witwatersrand. He has also held several pivotal leadership roles in the South African business landscape. As former chairman of Sasol Limited, he played an instrumental role in shaping the company's strategic direction. During his tenure as president of the Chamber of Mines of South Africa, he actively championed transformation and industry sustainability, having served on its executive council since 2006. Earlier in his career, he chaired the Chamber's Collieries Committee, where he was deeply involved in advancing policy, addressing labor and safety issues, and supporting the long-term viability of the coal mining sector. Across these roles, Mr. Nkosi has consistently demonstrated exemplary leadership, responsibly stewarding resources, strengthening institutions, and mentoring the next generation of leaders. His legacy of impact and vision has firmly established him as one of South Africa's most respected business figures. Mr. Nkosi's stellar business journey has been paved with tenacity, innovation, and unyielding commitment to masterful excellence, evidence of what is possible when perceptiveness is mixed with purposefulness and perseverance. In celebration of this, he received the Lifetime Achievement Award at the All African Business Leaders Award in 2024. It is hoped that this honorary doctorate will further complement this acknowledgement and surpass his achievement of a BCom, which he achieved at the University of Zululand, BCom Honours, Economics at the University of South Africa, an MBA from the University of Massachusetts in Boston, a diploma in marketing management from UNISA, an advanced management program from the University of Oxford in the UK. The faculty is convinced that he could contribute considerable value to the Department of Entrepreneurship, Management Studies, through, among others, guest lectures and annual entrepreneurship webinars. The Faculty of Management Sciences and the Durban University of Technology can further utilize his passion and experience to assist small businesses, to support DUT's entrepreneurial education in line with Envision 2030 Statement of Intent of developing entrepreneurial and adaptive graduates. Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you would agree, an impressive citation for our awardee this afternoon. I would now like to call upon the Executive Dean in the Faculty of Management Sciences, Professor Netswera, to come to the podium to request the formal awarding of the honorary doctorate. Professor Netswera.
Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in Business Administration, honoris causa, I present Sipho Nkosi.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in Business Administration, honoris causa, on Sipho Nkosi.
Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present Dr. Sipho Nkosi. Dr. Nkosi, if you can deliver your address from the podium. We're not done with you just yet, Dr. Nkosi. This is just the start. Lectures, webinars, assisting our entrepreneurial students. You're part of the family now. Congratulations. You can say a few words to the congregation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the University Council, members of the Senate, distinguished faculty and staff, esteemed donors and sponsors, proud parents and families, members of the media, and most importantly, the graduating class of today. I stand before you with deep gratitude and humility as I accept this great honor bestowed upon me, an honorary Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science in Business Administration. You know, I'm still not used to calling this is too long. This is not only an acknowledgement of my journey, but also a celebration of the values of hard work, perseverance, and a commitment to service. By this, I'm truly humbled and reminded that recognition carries with it a greater responsibility to continue serving with purpose and integrity. To this university, when I went through the readings, and of course this whole year, we've been seeing quite a lot of advertisements saying that this university is turning and celebrating its 21st year as a dynamic force in South African higher education. I wish to congratulate the university for that. May the university continue with this bold vision to be a trailblazer and to lead in areas of research, innovation, and technology. And I truly pledge my support to the university, and they can deploy me wherever they wish to deploy me, I think so. To the leadership of this remarkable institution, I thank you for this recognition. I know that an honorary degree is not given lightly. It reflects the alignment of one's work with the ideals of knowledge, innovation, and impact. I accept this honor on behalf of all those who worked with me, my beloved family who are here, who have been my anchor and constant source of love, my dedicated colleagues who stood with me in both triumphs and trials, my visionary business partners who shared in the risks and reward of building something greater than ourselves. We always think of building companies, but the vision that we had is that when we create something, because we had an opportunity, we should create an institution that would outlive us and also demonstrate that all people could achieve certain things if they wanted to do that. So that was very important to me. To the academics and professional staff, your dedication to shaping young minds and also matured minds. I mean, today my mind is gotten shaped in the foundation of which our future stands. To the graduates, today is your day, and I salute you. You have worked through sleepless nights, long hours of study, and countless moments of doubt, yet you stand victorious. You are proof that perseverance and dedication yield great reward. To the donors and sponsors, Your investment is far more than financial. It is a seed planted into fertile soil, producing leaders, innovators, and change makers who will shape our society. You are resilient partners in the success stories unfolding here today. And to the parents and families, your sacrifices are the invisible scaffolding upon which these graduates stand tall today. Every word of encouragement, every meal you prepared, every prayer you whispered, and every resource stretched beyond measure has made this moment possible. This degree is not only theirs, but it belongs to you as well. If I reflect on my own journey, I would say that my journey has been marked by challenges and opportunities. Like many of you, come from humble beginnings, where resources were limited, but dreams were always abundant. I know firsthand that success is rarely a straight line. It is a winding path of resilience, discipline, and faith. There were moments of doubt, times when the mountains seemed too steep, and seasons when progress felt painfully slow. But each of those moments became stepping stones. What kept me going was the belief that every setback is preparation for a greater comeback, and that perseverance has a way of carving a path where none seem to exist. When I entered the world of business, I did not only see numbers and transactions. I saw people, young men and women yearning for opportunity, families hoping for dignity, communities longing for transformation. I saw the faces behind the statistics, the potential behind the challenges, and the dreams behind the risks. It was this vision, the lives that could be changed and the communities that could be uplifted, that became my driving force, pushing me to succeed, not for personal gain alone, but for a greater purpose that could touch the lives of many. I came to understand that true leadership is not about titles or accolades. It is also about responsibility, accountability, and service. And I just want to emphasize service because to a large degree, we tend to do things that are ours, that we want for us, but not for the next person. The philosophy of serving society is slowly disappearing amongst us. And if we could continue driving that one, that would be great. Serving is about lifting others as you rise, opening doors for those who come after you, and leaving the world better than you found it. Today, to graduates, I would say, you close this chapter, but you also open a new one. The degree you receive is not just a certificate, it is a call to action. It is a reminder that you are now custodians of knowledge, equipped with tools that can solve real problems. As you step into the world, you will encounter uncertainty. The economy will test you. Society will demand more of you than you think you can give. But remember, courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to move forward despite it. Do not measure your success only by wealth or titles, but by difference you make in the lives of others. Whether you become an entrepreneur, a leader in corporate South Africa, a public servant, or an innovator, make it your mission to create value, uplift communities, and inspire those who come after you. Have a clear vision of your own life. Think of yourself as a project worth investing in. You know, speak positively about your future. For the words you declare shape the life you live. You know, there are big words that we like using. I've heard people saying, oh, I belong to an indigent or indigent family. I'm disadvantaged. And you are not poor. And people say that I'm poor. And if you keep on pronouncing those things to your life and to yourself, then you become those things. And forever you will be those things. History shows us that power is rarely handed over. So in other words, no one is going to give you things. No one is going to just empower you because they love you. But people, you have to work for it. Because if I have power, I see no reason why I should give it to you. Why would I give it to you? It is mine. So you have to fight for your own space and rise with the mindset that you will claim your place, not wait for permission. When I stepped into business leadership, I did so to prove that I was capable of achieving everything others had achieved, even when at the time many of those leaders did not look like me. But beyond proving it to myself, I knew I had a responsibility to be a role model for my community, to demonstrate that nothing is impossible when you set your mind to it. As graduates, you have been trained to think critically. So, I mean, if you look at society today, we complain about unemployment. And if you look at, people that have graduated, you say to yourself, they should not be the same as those that have never been to school. So people expect you to think for them, to lead, to find solutions. Therefore, use that gift to serve others, especially those who never had the opportunity you were blessed with. In doing so, you will not only build your own legacy, but also open doors for generations to come. Africa, and indeed the world, needs leaders who are bold enough to dream, disciplined enough to execute, and compassionate enough to care. Each of you has the potential to be a leader. Remember that you are part of a generation with access to tools and opportunities we could only dream of decades ago. We had no ChatGPT by then, but we've got it now. So you can build businesses without borders, lead movements with a single post, and solve challenges using technology that connects millions. But never forget that character is the anchor of success. Integrity, humility, and service will take you further than ambition alone. In closing, let me say this. Once again, I accept this honorary doctorate not as a symbol of what I have achieved, but as a challenge to continue giving back. I know that we talk of retirement. I will never retire until God decides that I must go. So I continue doing other things. May it serve as a reminder that our greatest calling is to inspire, to empower, and to serve. I therefore urge you, go out into the world, be fearless, be ethical, and be purposeful or intentional. The future of our nation, our continent, and indeed the world is waiting for you. Congratulations once again, and thank you for allowing me to share this special moment with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Dr. Nkosi for those inspiring and insightful words. Vice-Chancellor will be inviting our graduates to line up in the next minute to walk the graduation stage. Now, we realize that this is a celebratory moment. We also realize the amount of energy and effort, time and money and prayers that you've sacrificed and made and invested into getting here today. But here's the thing, graduates. You and many others deserve to enjoy the experience. So we humbly ask that when you are on stage, you celebrate with respect, you maintain the dignity and decorum of the ceremony, and remember that after your name is announced and you walk the carpet, that there is another graduate who is here. Their family, their friends, their loved ones also deserve to hear the name of their graduate read loud and proud. So let's celebrate responsibly and with respect. But I do know that after the ceremony, you will be, being a Friday evening, you will be making sure that you celebrate in style. Now, from where I'm standing, I can see the amount of time and money you've invested in looking so good today. The extensions, the weaves, the hair, the shoes, the dresses, the suits, you really look fantastic. So when you are posting and sharing, think of us. You remember in the old days, what happens in Vegas? Not anymore, right? What happens in Vegas stays on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We know you're taking pics. Please hashtag DUTGrad25 so we can all enjoy in your celebrations. As we prepare to line up and get our graduates on stage, I'd like to once again call back to the podium the Executive Dean from the Faculty of Management Sciences, Professor Fulufelo Netswera, to commence with this afternoon's graduation session.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer degrees and award diplomas on the graduates from the Faculty of Management Sciences who will be presented to you, and in absentia to those whose names appear on the program.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer the degrees and award diplomas as in the program.
Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in Business Administration, titled Shaping the Future of Organizational Change Through Effective Leadership, a case study of the KwaZulu-Natal Road Traffic Inspectorate, supervised by Dr. O.M. Fakbadebo. I would like to request the supervisor to read the abstract of the thesis.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, the title of the study is Shaping the Future of Organizational Change Through Effective Leadership, a case study of the KwaZulu-Natal Traffic Inspectorate. The study focuses on leadership imperatives in organizational change management in the KwaZulu-Natal Road Traffic Inspectorate. Ineffective leadership in organizations has impacted change management to the extent of retarding growth and development. The issue has significant effect on service delivery and organizational performance. The study examined the role of leadership in change management in the KwaZulu-Natal Road Traffic Inspectorate. To achieve this, the study used qualitative research design to explore the challenges associated with leadership and change management in the KZN RTI, using in-depth interviews to collect data from 3 senior managers, 3 middle managers, 4 junior managers, 4 supervisors, 4 field supervisors, and 10 traffic officers. Thematic analysis was used for data analysis. The result shows that the dynamic nature of organizational culture, which the KZN RTI underscores, the importance of effective leadership, positive management practices, and strategic human resources management in navigating cultural shifts. The multifaceted rationales for change, including managerial appointments, technological advancements, and negative management attitudes, highlight the need for balanced approaches to ensure organizational resilience and competitiveness. Therefore, the management of the KZN Transport Inspectorate needs to institute operational change management to control the application of governance strategies and processes for the successful delivery of an excellent and effective infrastructure. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in Business Administration, I present Sanele Lutuli. Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in Business Administration, titled Adoption of Information Communication Technology in Small and Medium Enterprises in the Eastern Cape Province Tourism Sector, supervised by Professor A.T. Agbenyenga, and in the absence of the supervisor, I would like to request the HOD, Professor Bongani Dlamini, to read the abstract of the thesis.
This research by Ms. Minda makes a valuable contribution to South Africa's tourism industry by examining factors influencing the adoption of ICT among tourism SMEs in the Eastern Cape. The study also proposes practical strategies to support digital transformation and business growth. Findings show ICT adoption is shaped by a combination of external pressures, such as stakeholders, competition, suppliers, and internal dynamics, including leadership, ICT skills, perceived benefits, and problem-solving capacity. While external factors encourage adoption, they have limited influence on attitude, which are more strongly shaped by top management, support, and awareness of ICT benefits. In the tourism sector, suppliers play a particularly important role, particularly when SMEs lack in-house ICT expertise. The study used a mixed method approach, combining surveys with 114 SMEs, SME owner managers, and follow-up semi-structured interviews with 8 participants from Eastern Cape municipal areas. Non-probability sampling ensured participants were relevant to the tourism sector. Hypotheses were tested against the study objectives, and the thematic analysis applied to identify patterns and insights from the qualitative data. The results highlight that sustainable ICT adoption depends not only on external support, but also on internal readiness and positive attitudes. The research concludes that policymakers, industry associations, and stakeholders should promote ICT benefits and create an enabling environment through training, awareness campaigns, and access to resources. This research provides actionable insight and a tested framework for accelerating ICT adoption in tourism SME, empowering rural and township enterprises to drive inclusive economic growth in South Africa's tourism sector.
Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in Business Administration, I present Bukelwa Belinda Mbinda. Bukelwa is staff member of the faculty. Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in Business Administration, titled The Role of Youth Entrepreneurs in the Sustainable Development Programs at the Durban University of Technology, was supervised by Professor J. Adams, and I'd like to request Professor Adams to read the abstract of the thesis.
The aim of the study was to explore the role of youth entrepreneurs in the Sustainable Development Program at the Durban University of Technology. The study adopted a mixed method approach within a pragmatic research paradigm, utilizing both quantitative and qualitative techniques. The target population consists of 253 youth entrepreneurs at the Durban University of Technology. Both primary and secondary data sources were employed. The findings of the study revealed that DUT students are well informed about entrepreneurship. They believed that entrepreneurship was an effective way to deal with societal problems. The results of the study proposed that to create sustainable businesses, universities should be at the forefront of creating opportunities and pathways for encouraging entrepreneurship qualities. In conclusion, analyzing business elongativity and entrepreneurial processes, policymakers, educators, and stakeholders at DUT can develop comprehensive support system tailored to the unique needs of youth entrepreneurs. Nurturing their ventures and promoting their long-term sustainability can contribute to economic growth, job creation, and foster an environment conducive to entrepreneurial development. The student has actually presented at 2 conferences. She also has a book chapter that's published already, and she's got 2 articles that are under review for publication. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, for the Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in Business Administration, I present Mary Ann Nokulunga Nhleko. Vice-Chancellor for the Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in leadership and complexity, titled Systems Approach to the Influence of Human Resources Management Practices on Zimbabwe State-Owned Enterprises Survival, was supervised by Professor R. Kekwaletswe and Dr. S. Hardman. And in the absence of the supervisors, I would like to request the Deputy Dean to read the abstract. Supervisors here? It's okay. I would like to request instead the supervisor to read the abstract.
Human resource management systems and practices are essential to organizational survival. In his thesis, Brian addresses the appropriate use of HRM practices as well as internal and external challenges and issues in the context of Zimbabwean state-owned enterprises. This thesis argues that following international best practices and putting policies and standard operating procedures in place is key to survival and sustainability of an enterprise. The research problem is that this needs to be operationalized, cognizant of the context of an enterprise and that of the country, to minimize issues while improving organizational outcomes. The study examined issues related to the inappropriate application of HRM practices, as well as internal and external challenges arising within state-owned enterprises. Purposeful sampling was used to source data from participants selected from 3 chosen state-owned enterprises, and then semi-circuit interviews were provided and profound data and insightful data. Findings showed that inflation, natural disasters, political interferences, leadership style, recruitment and selection were derailing the efforts of HRM practices in supporting organizational survival. Also found that lack of professionalism within state-owned agencies allows corruption in different shades. This subsequently leads to organizational instability, often forcing the organization to close or cease its operation. And the original contribution of the thesis is a theoretical and practical HRM model, which may inform the improvement of HR practices for state-owned enterprises survival, especially in the context of Zimbabwe. This model is informed by interpretation of the study findings and the existing literature, of course. The conceptualized HR model may greatly help managers and legislators by offering insightful information about organizational culture, employee experience, and the efficacy of current standard operating procedures. A contextualized approach to the organizational growth, policy implementation, and personnel management may be informed by this model. The effectiveness of human resource management practices may subsequently contribute to the improvement and support organizational survival, of course, in the context of Zimbabwean state-owned enterprises, notably. Brian, Dr. Brian.
Vice-Chancellor for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in leadership and complexity, I present Brian Mutangandevu. Vice-Chancellor for the degree of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in public administration, titled Between Policy and Practice, the Political Administrative Dynamics in Policy Implementation in Gauteng Province, South Africa, was supervised by Professor N. Dorosami and Professor Z. Mbandwa, and in the absence of the supervisors, I would like to call upon the HOD to read the abstract of this thesis.
Political executives, including the Premier, members of the Executive Council and the Director Generals, have effectively implemented policies in Gauteng Province, showcasing strong governance. While these executives have adopted well-designed policies, challenges remaining in translating decisions into actionable outcome within the province. This study reveals that political executives in Gauteng are developing and implementing mechanisms and practices aimed at enhancing policy effectiveness. The thesis persists that the culture and value of political executives must be central to discussions about public policy implementation. It begins by defining policy implementation as the application of techniques to benefit communities, followed by 4 key reasons why these aspects are vital in Gauteng Province. Firstly, political executives embody the value system essential for determining whether policies will achieve their intended goals. Secondly, the success of policy implementation in implementation is crucial in a democratic context. And fourthly, policy implementation influences culture and values, creating feedback loops that reshapes the environments for future political initiatives across different departments in Gauteng. The discussion draws upon various themes from public policy, particularly integrating elements of complexity, change theory, and institutional theory, supported by both quantitative and qualitative data collection methods. Questionnaires and semi-structured interviews were utilized to gather and analyze data, focusing on how political executives effectively implement policies in Gauteng. The political executive navigated the factors influencing voting behavior, particularly through a recent realist perspective on the democratic processes in policy implementation. While the thesis does not aim for a comprehensive review of policy implementation, it defines key themes, findings, and gaps in policy implementation using statistical package for the social sciences, SPSS, and in vivo software to assist political executives in refining policy implementation strategies in their respective departments. These insights contribute to developing solutions such as contextual framework for the impact and implications of implementing policies in Gauteng Province, South Africa. Keys words are development, effectiveness, governance, institutions, implementation, and policy.
Vice-Chancellor for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in public administration, I present Douglas John Chikokwe Banda. Vice-Chancellor for the Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in public administration, titled Educating Teachers for Peace and Justice in a Context of Violence, was supervised by Dr. S. Plug and Professor G. Harris. And I would like to invite Dr. S. Plug to read the abstract of the thesis.
In a violent society such as South Africa, education often reflects this violence rather than ending it. Yet there is little research that focuses on how we can educate teachers to build peace through their work. Teacher education seldom deals directly with the issues of violence. This study started as a response to the 2021 looting in KZN. It took the form of action research, working with university teachers, community educators, and student leaders on how to facilitate dialogues on challenging issues and how they can develop thinking and action that builds peace. It drew also on the author's experience of 55 years in teaching in multiple contexts. A lot was learned. The first step needed is creating a sense of safety and confidentiality in teacher education. Secondly, South Africa is a traumatized society, and such work raises strong emotions that need thoughtful care. The course developed a sense of how diverse we and our experiences are. Most crucially, participants in the study reported increased confidence in their interactions with others and an ability to handle conflict in a positive way. There are specific practical implications for teacher education of all kinds. It should be a place that prioritizes safety and enables healing, not just the learning of content and skills. The thesis calls for teacher education to be a model of what the candidate terms benign order.
Vice-Chancellor for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in public administration, I present Crispin Michael Cole Hampson. Well done. Dr. Hampson is a standing member of faculty. Vice-Chancellor for the Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in public administration, titled Employee Turnover Within Higher Education, a case of Walter Sisulu University, was supervised by Professor N. Dorosami, and in the absence of the supervisor, I would like to call upon the HOD of the department to read the abstract of the thesis.
Employee turnover poses significant challenges for higher education institutions, affecting operational efficiency and organizational performance. This study examined factors influencing turnover intentions at Walter Sisulu University, WSU, South Africa, focusing on job satisfaction, organizational commitment, career development, and pay satisfaction. Their research aimed to inform effective retention strategies by analyzing the relationship between these factors and turnover intentions. The study employed a quantitative approach with a cross-sectional survey design. Data was collected through structured questionnaires distributed to a stratified random sample of 320 academic and non-academic staff members at WSU. Participants were selected using simple random sample, and out of 320 questionnaires distributed, 123 were returned fully completed, resulting in a 38.4.7% response rate. Data analysis was conducted using SPSS version 28, which included descriptive statistics, correlation analysis, and multiple regression analysis. Key findings reveals that employee turnover significantly impacts WSU operational functions, aligning with existing literature intentions. These intentions at WSU, career development opportunities, and pay satisfaction, while positively relates to retention, were not decisively factors in turnover. These findings suggest a complex interplay of factors that influence employee decisions to stay or leave the institution. The study's implications highlights the need for multifaceted approach to employee retention as at WSU. While competitive compensation and career development opportunities are important, they should be part of a comprehensive strategy addressing various aspects of the work environment. The research underscores the importance of regular assessments of employee needs and perceptions to develop targeted retention initiatives. Future research could explore additional factors such as leadership styles, work-life balance, and organizational culture to prove a more comprehensive understanding of turnover dynamics in higher education settings.
Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences specializing in Public Administration, I present Siyabonga Koninga. Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences specializing in Public Administration, titled Enhancing South African Maternal Care Within the Public Health System, a case of stillbirth in the Lejolaputra District Municipality, was supervised by Professor N. Dorosami, and in the absence of the supervisor, I request the HOD to read the abstract of the thesis.
Maternal care in South Africa's public health services faces ongoing challenges, especially in rural areas like Lejoliputra, where stillbirth rates are high. Limited resources, poor infrastructure, and slow interventions all block the delivery of quality care. This issue impacts the pregnant women, families, and communities, leading to preventable losses and hindering public health aims. This study examined the causes of stillbirths and systemic responses in Lejoliputra, identifying gaps and proposing evidence-based interventions to enhance maternal care with South Africa's public health system. This mixed method study analyzed data from 263 healthcare workers and conducted with 32 providers, revealing medical, systemic, and socio-cultural factors that influence stillbirth risk, while highlighting gaps between provider, acknowledge attitude, and the delivery of quality maternal care. The study found that stillbirth prevention in Lijwe-Liputswa requires integrated multi-level strategies addressing clinical care, infrastructure gaps, socio-economic constraints, and cultural factors. Quantitative results linked stillbirth risk to maternal health conditions, while qualitative insight revealed systemic inefficiencies, provider attitudes, and cultural stigma as a key barriers to timely and consistent maternal care. This study contributes by providing an evidence-based framework for stillbirth prevention, integrating clinical infrastructure and socio-cultural interventions, and offering practical guidance to strengthen maternal care policies, provider practices, and community engagement within South Africa's public health system. The study underscores the need for integrated, culturally sensitive strategy to reduce stillbirths, guiding policy and practice improvements to strengthen maternal care and enhance health outcomes in South Africa.
Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in public administration, I present Simbarashe Magaisa. Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in public administration, titled Mitigating Structural Violence Against Women Leaders Within Political Parties in Nairobi, was supervised by Dr. S.B. Kaye and Professor G.T. Harris. I would like to call upon Professor Harris to read the abstract of the thesis.
We all know what violence is, and when we use the word, we think of physical violence directed at individuals or groups. But there's another form of violence which is in fact much more insidious. It's the violence against other groups, other individuals, which is caused by government or other policies and programs. And you'll think immediately of apartheid as a classic example of that. But structural violence, which is the name that is used to describe the violence we're talking about, happens across society, in institutions and organisations. And Walcoa's research looked at structural violence in political parties in Nairobi, Kenya, because she recognised that women faced discrimination and gender inequality. So her research involved investigating, putting a tape measure around this structural violence, the restrictions and limitations placed on women in political parties. How big was the problem? What was the nature of the problem? What were the consequences of this discrimination? And she found indeed widespread discrimination and gender inequality and barriers to women. And she made specific recommendations to political parties to redress those inequalities, to remove the barriers. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in public administration, I present Walkowa Akinyi Odinga. Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in public administration, titled The Nexus Between Campaigning NGOs and Sustainable Livelihoods in Zimbabwe, was supervised by Professor N. Dorosami and Dr. W. Muchabaiwa. In the absence of the supervisor, I would like to request the HOD to read the abstract of the thesis.
In Zimbabwe's contested socio-political space, campaigning NGOs play a crucial role in promoting sustainable livelihoods, but often face challenges in translating advocacy into tangible, lasting community benefits. This issue affects vulnerable communities, making it essential to find more effective and sustainable approaches. The aim of this study was to analyze the relationship between campaigning NGOs and sustainable livelihood in Zimbabwe, exploring the factors that contribute to the advocacy impact group. To achieve this, the study used a qualitative approach utilizing a multiple case study design, gathering data from the three NGOs, namely AAZ, Zela, and Zimcode. Information was collected through document analysis, key informant interviews with NGO staff and campaigners, and focus group discussion with community members across 6 diverse districts chosen purposefully to ensure a representative sample of experience. The results revealed a disconnect between NGO advocacy efforts and sustained livelihood improvement at the community level. While NGOs were effective in raising awareness and building capacity, community expressed concerns about the short-term nature of interventions, the difficulty in attributing improvement to advocacy, and the gap between policy wins and on-the-ground realities. This study contributes a new context-specific campaigning NGOs sustainable livelihood frameworks and
CNGO-SLF, which incorporates racial powers as a key asset and center the politics of power, influence, and access, to provide a more robust analytical tool for strengthening the work of campaigning NGOs in contested spaces. In summary, this research tackles the challenge of bridging the advocacy impacts gap by offering a new framework for understanding and strengthening the role of campaigning NGOs.
Vice-Chancellor for the degree, Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in public administration, I present Abel Sibanda. Vice-Chancellor for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in public relations and communications, titled The Perceived Role and Representation of Women on Television, a study of South African soap operas, was supervised by Professor B. Dlamini. I would like to request the supervisor to read the abstract of the thesis.
This study focuses on how women are represented in South African television soap operas and the problem that women are often portrayed in biased or stereotypical ways. These portrayals can contribute to the perception that women are less important or capable than men. This issue affects how society views gender roles and influencing gender relations by shaping how people understand what it means to be a woman or a man. The aim of this study was to explore how women are represented on television soap operas and to understand whether these portrayals support or challenge traditional gender norms. To achieve this, the study used a mixed method approach, mainly qualitative, including focus groups, discussions, semi-structured interviews, and questionnaires. It also involved analyzing selected soap operas to see how women were positioned in terms of their roles, behaviors, and relationships. Participants were selected carefully to ensure that their views were reflected a broad understanding of the topic. The result showed a mix of both progressive and stereotypical representation. While some female characters were shown as strong and independent, others were limited to traditional roles, focusing on domestic life and emotional dependency. These findings highlight how soap operas play an important role in shaping public views on gender, either reinforcing or challenging existing beliefs. In summary, this research addresses the problem of how women are portrayed in media and offers new insight into the role television plays in shaping gender identity. The findings are useful for media producers, educators, and policymakers who aim to promote more accurate and empowering representation of women. Encouraging fair and balanced portrayals can help combat harmful gender stereotypes and contribute to efforts addressing broader social issues like gender-based violence and femicide.
Vice-Chancellor for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, specializing in Public Relations and Communications, I present Tembisa Oribel Mjatu. Vice-Chancellor for the degree of Master of Business Administration, MBA, titled Evaluating TVET College Challenges to Achieve Institutional Goals, a case of Umfolozi TVET College in KwaZulu-Natal was supervised by Professor I.G. Govender. I present Thabani Kati. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, MBA, titled Challenges Experienced by Employees Living with Disabilities at a Selected Cluster in the eThekwini Municipality, supervised by Professor E.O. Anwana. I present Charity Tandazile Ngulu. Vice-Chancellor for the degree of Master of Management Sciences in Business Administration, titled The Influence of the Global Pandemic COVID-19 Crisis on Entrepreneurial Innovation Strategies among Small and Medium Enterprises in Durban, KwaZulu-Natal, was supervised by Dr. L.M. Likanya. I present Mpumelelo Success Gwala. For the degree Master of Management Sciences in Business Administration, titled The Influence of Government Business Development Programs on the Innovativeness of Women Entrepreneurs in Selected Rural Areas of KwaZulu-Natal, was supervised by Dr. G. Kankinsingi. I present Zintle Sinetemba Mbata. For the degree Master of Management Sciences in Business Administration, titled The Impact of Short-Term Training and Development on the Growth and Performance of Small, Medium, and Micro Enterprises in Umkomas, KwaZulu-Natal was supervised by Professor Z. Mbandwa. I present Winnie Snegugu Ngulu, cum laude. Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Management Sciences in Human Resource Management, titled The Impact of Job Security on Employee Motivation During COVID-19, a case study at Tronox, TZZN, Senf, was supervised by Dr. A. Rajlal. I present Siphelele Phumlani Viela. For the degree of Master of Management Sciences in Human Resource Management, titled Employees' Attitudes and Behavior Towards Organizational Change within the Department of Employment and Labor in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, was supervised by Dr. P. Iyono. I present Wiseman Sibusiso Kumar. Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Management Sciences in Public Administration, specializing in Public Management, titled Improving Household Satisfaction with Government-Provided Houses in the City of Durban, was supervised by Dr. G. Murirwapachena and Mr. C.I. Ifiacho. I present Rachel Nokupila Ndlovu. For the degree Master of Management Sciences in Public Administration, specializing in Public Management, titled The Role of the Unemployment Insurance Fund in Poverty Alleviation in South Africa, was supervised by Dr. O.M. Fakbadebo and Professor N. Dorosami. I present Nhloso Nkabinde. For the degree Master of Management Sciences in Public Administration, specializing in Public Management, titled Funding Modalities for Non-Profit Organization in Mpumalanga Province, was supervised by Dr. O.M. Fakbadebo. I present Nonkululeko Confidence Princess Zondi. Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Management Sciences in Public Relations and Communications Management, titled The Impact of Social Media Platforms on the Dissemination of Information, TVET College Students' Perspectives, was supervised by Dr. K.K. Sishi and Professor L.J. Zogli, I present Namtla Zama. Right. Thank you. Vice Chancellor, I now call upon the relevant HODs to present the diplomandi as per program.
Postgraduate Diploma in Management Sciences in Business Administration, Biela Mandisa Nombulelo. Cebekulu Menzi Njabulo Lizwi. Cebiso Nomfanelo. Damuka Wandile. Dlani Noluvuyo. Dube Kuma Felicia Setembile. Duma Makinga Menred. Tlatshwayo Nkosingphile Zamaswazi. Tlatshwayo Philile Mata. Klein Boy Tembisa Beauty. Luthuli Batutuzile Penelope. Mabaso Mfanafuthi Cyril. Madela Zintle. Mangcia Namhla Mbali. Mangele Sanele Precious. Mashilo Kujo Freddy. Mbuli Onke. Mkunu Lwazi. Mchunu Mandisa. Msongo Ziningi Elaine. Mkhize Nonkululeko. Mkhize Jabulani Ernest. Mkhize Pearl Londiwe. Msomi Sabelo Blessing. Mzelemu Nonduduzo Immaculate. Ndatane Nobuhle Portia. Ndlovu Bongiwe Goodness. Ndwandwe Bongiwe Notile. Ngubane Thobekile Halalisiwe. Nkabinde Eugene Lungisani. Nkosi Zuziwe Andile. Nondabula Nonqubela Nonhlanhla Reynard. Ntombela Zethembiso Minenhle cum laude. Ntuli Zinhle Precious. Ngumalo Pamela Edgar. Ngumalo Protas Siyabonga. Shinga Pumlani Brian, cum laude with Dean's Merit Award for Academic Excellence. Shozi Ntokozo Princess, cum laude. Sibisi Nokulunga Charlotte. Sibiya Boniswa Pretty. Sitinile Pilani Siko. Sikhakhane Ntombenhle Innocentia. Simelane Nomfundo Immaculate. Mhlaba Njabulo Percival, cum laude. Zamxaka Sisipho. Zulu Tulani Andile. Zwane Anele Promise. Zwane John.
For the postgraduate diploma in management sciences in human resource management, I present Mbatha Ntanga Peter Zamubuhle. Mira Said Abdikade.
For the postgraduate diploma in public administration, Dlamini Nomvula Tsogozan. For the postgraduate diploma in management sciences, specializing in business administration, Karin Shaniz. Advanced diploma in management sciences, specializing in business administration, Karin Shaniz.
For the Advanced Diploma in Management Sciences in Business Administration, Arumugen Tarusha. Battalion Tamsanga. Sinikiwe Brightness, cum laude, ladies and gentlemen. Sherwin Chetty. Dlamini Zamoguhle Promise. Fugu Fugu Nokolo Cum Laude Dean's Merits Award for the academic excellence. Jobe Sanele Zinhle. Kowa Samantha. Khuzwayo Zinhle Bongiwe, cum laude. Makanya Kanyisile Pearl. Maqinda Zanele Gracious. Mangele Begumuzi Errol, cum laude. Mpele Zanele Linet. Bonambi Mzokhona Daniel. Mchunu Thando Lwenkosi. Ncineka Ncedisa. Mfamati Stella. Mhlongo Lindelwa Thando Lwethu. Mkhwanazi Nokulunga Princess, cum laude. Mlaba Lerato. Mlangeni Noluthando Nozipho. Thembu Nozipho Simpiwe. Mtshali Nozipho Rose. Mtshelwa Asanda. Mvubu Sfiso Jeffrey. Naidu Enva Bradley, cum laude. Nala Mthobisi Minenhle. Nala Thembelihle. Ndlovu Dumsile. Ncwane Xolile Nomlando. Ngobo Aphelele. Nhleko Bongiwe Sinenhlanhla. Chabi Nkosi Thabile Nokuthula. Ntombela Sibongile Ayanda. Nxumalo Nkosiyazi. Nzula Zandile Sandra. Shabane Mbalenhle Brighton. Shange Fisani. Bongiwe Gugu Sibiya. Sibiya Konzwentle Bahle. Sibiya Sithembile Bonisiwe. Sithole Thobile Pretty. Stoffer Stofana N. Tabete Lungelo Clement. Veko Bongiwe Alice. Zuma Siyabonga Irene. Mkhize Busisiwe Priscilla.
Advanced Diploma in Management Sciences, specializing in Human Resource Management, I present Nene Portia Pilisiwe. Radebe Sithando Kuhle Fanele. Shange Amahle.
For the Advanced Diploma in Management Sciences in Public Relations and Communication Management, Jomo Samantha. Dube Tulile Cindy. Zuma Ndabentle Ephraim.
For the Advanced Diploma with Specialization in Public Administration, Ndawo Nontethelelo Eunice. Ngubane Luyanda Lungelo. Sabela Siphumelele Zilungile. Shange Happy Ntombi yomusa. For the Advanced Diploma with Specialization in Supply Chain, Mahlaba Sinegugu Zamashali. Pardon. For the Advanced Diploma in Public Administration with Specialization in Supply Chain, Nchagala Samgelo Siyanda. For the Advanced Diploma in Public Management with Specialization in Supply Chain, Shabalala Tandega Ntombifuthi Priti.
For the Diploma in Management Sciences in Business Administration, Tuma Namhla. Langa Siphamandla John. Lushaba Andeswa Bongiwe. Mchali Ngobile Brilliant. Zuma Nompilo Penelope. Zungu Neliswa Sinazo. Dlamini for the Diploma in Management Sciences in Business Law, Dlamini Amanda Nozipo. Jomo Apiwe.
Dan Tyler Kasindi. Hlongwana Siboniso Thandolwethu. Mkhize Njabulo. Khoza Sabelo Lindani. Masia Forgive Rulani. Mbesa Tembelihle Good Hope. Mvubu Siyathemba Luthando. Namba Sikuyo Esperance. Baba Ayanda. Diploma in Management Sciences, specializing in Human Resource Management. I present Buthelezi Phumla. Madlala Melusi. Ndlovu Zama.
Diploma in Management Sciences in Public Relations and Communication Management. Buthelezi Celimpilo Mlamuli Blessing. Cele Nontobeko. Dlamini Luyanda. Dlamini Nokwanda. Dlamini Nonhlanhla Rosemary. Jafeta Tuliswa Priti. Jama Standiwe. Chili Anele Happiness. Makau Ritabile. Mangele Mthokozisi Thabiso. Mbele Samgelisiwe Luyanda. Mhlongo Andile Anele. Mkai Londiwe. Mpanza Bongmusa Lindokuhle. Mtimkulu Andile. Ndlovu Sinethemba Mbali. Ngcwele Sibusiso. Nyawose Nhlakanipho. Phakathi Luyanda. Shelembe Tabiso. Shusha Angel Sinago. Sithole Kwandile. Sithole Mbalenhle Asanda. Vilakazi Bandile. Vundla Zamazita. Zimande Ntokozo. Zondi Nduduzo Blessing. Zulu Amanda.
For the diploma in public administration with specialization in disaster risk management, Mhlongo Nomcebo Lulama Athena. Mlambo Kulegani, praise God. Nzuza Andile Samantha. For the diploma in Public Administration with specialization in Public Management. Biyela Londeka Nomthandazo. Deyi Sabile. Dlamini Samgeliso Andisa. Madala Kanyisani. Makoba Mthokozisi Siboniso. Masondo Phiwa Inkosi bonga konke. Mazibuko Tsabani Ebna. Miandu Siboniso Njabulo. Ndaba Wandile. Ntombela Silindokuhle. For the Diploma in Public Administration with specialization in Supply Chain, Blose Nogwanda Nicole. Tisane Lulego. Dada Anele Andiswa. Dada Spumelele. Hlengwa Tsabiso. Kwela Sipho Sethu. Lamula Nontsikelelo Aphiwe. Maharaj Asanda. Malinga Lusanda. Manqele Simphiwe Ntando Yenkosi. Sithole Silokotho Mayibongwe. Moloi Sokomele Lerato. Msomi Asanda Owami. Msomi Sanele. Msomi Senele. Mteshane Sinethemba. Mthembu Nokwanda. Mthethwa Lwandile. Mzila Andile Willington. Ntsele Ntabiseng Deborah. Ngumalo Siyabonga Clement. Mdlalose Tsabani. For the National Diploma in Human Resource Management, Mdlalose Tsabani.
Higher certificate in operation management, specializing in project management. Mohale Poladi Faith. Ntombela Skhulile Nkosingiphile Hope cum laude.
Vice Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to all of our adaptive graduates. Congratulations. Thank you. Let me also express our appreciation for the respect and dignity that you allowed the graduation ceremony to proceed this afternoon. Thank you for being respectful and observing the decorum of our graduation ceremony. So, I want to address our adaptive graduates for the next minute. We realize as a university that your journey to get here required a lot of investment and sacrifice of your time and energy. You remember the early mornings and the late nights. You remember the challenges of life, like the disruptions caused by load shedding. You remember Saturday nights when your friends would call you and say, "Hey, let's go party." What did you say? No, 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 no. I'm here with my books. You go party. Those sacrifices have helped paved the way to this day. Some of you along the journey may have felt alone. You may have even thought, why am I doing this? Is it worth it? Well, firstly, it is worth it. And secondly, you are never ever truly alone. As we say here in KwaZulu-Natal, umuntu ngamuntu ngabantu. A person is a person because of people. And some of your people, adaptive graduates, are here in the hall this afternoon, and others are watching online, and some are with us in spirit, gazing down from the heavens above. So I want to give you a chance to show your appreciation and say thanks. Before we do that, all of our graduates, those with bonnets or mortarboards, you've earned the right to put these on your head. Now, I know you spent a lot on your hair, but this is a graduation ceremony, so I want you to look the part. Also, in the next minutes, I'm going to be asking you to raise it and make some noise for yourself. So it's important that you have your mortarboards and bonnets on. For those of you who have, you've worked hard to achieve this. I'm then going to ask you to hold your graduation scroll in your right hand. Don't hit the person next to you, just hold it in your hand. And then graduates, please stand and turn to your right, where your loved ones are seated. And let's wave our scrolls in the air and say thank you, Ngiyabonga kakhulu. Thank you so much for the love, the support, and the encouragement over the academic journey. Thanks to our parents, guardians, funders, and supporters. And then, graduates, if you could face the stage and say thank you and show your appreciation to the Faculty of Management Sciences, your department, your lecturers, those who supported you on your academic journey. Let's give them a big round of applause and say a massive thank you. And finally, graduates, here's your chance to raise your bonnets and mortarboards, lift them in the air, and make some noise for yourselves. Vice Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I present our adaptive graduates of 2025. Thank you so much, graduates. You may be seated. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I realize time is moving on and we are almost at the end of this afternoon's formalities. Before I take you through how we're going to conclude, to deliver the celebratory message and a vote of thanks, please welcome back to the podium the Executive Dean in the Faculty of Management Sciences, Professor Fulufelo Netswera.
Thank you, Program Director, Vice Chancellor, members of Council, those present here and those in absentia, members of the Executive Management, Dr. C. Ponkosi, members of staff, parents, spouses, sponsors, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Vice Chancellor, I'm delighted to give my last address at the DUT in your presence, and in particular in the presence of Dr. Sipho Nkosi, our new honoris causa. I take this opportunity to thank and congratulate you all, graduates, for spending your sleepless nights, for struggling against plagiarism, Graduates, South Africa faces immense problems that requires all hands on deck. And ahead are the best of the best to respond to these challenges. You, our graduates. South Africa currently faces the highest inequality in the world at Gini coefficient of 0.62, the highest youth unemployment in the world at 60%, the decay of our various towns and cities, poor to absence of basic service delivery, over 18 million of our citizens on social grants. the American president, recognizing the challenges that America faces, back in 1961, President John F. Kennedy indicated in his address, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." I hope that you will have that courage to ask your country that which you can do for it. Paul Freire, the Brazilian luminary in emancipatory scholarship, wrote, and unlike colonial education, that critical pedagogy should enable you, the graduates, to ask critical questions, to examine the challenges that society faces, and to challenge inequality itself and oppressive power structures. I hope that the education bestowed upon you here at the DUT will enable you to ask those questions and to be critical. In our intent, through Envision 2030, the DUT strategy, which calls upon us to make sure that our graduates become creative, innovative, entrepreneurial, and adaptive to changes in the world. I hope that your creativity, inspired by our problem-based learning, project-based learning approaches to learning, will unleash your unparalleled adaptivity to the challenges that faces South Africa and the Global South. I once again want to congratulate you, your families, and your friends. I call upon you to return for lifelong learning, including the doctoral graduates, to come back and reinvest in future graduates. I humbly request you, today being Friday, that in your celebration you will do so with caution and not endanger the lives of yourselves and those who will be celebrating with you. The struggle continues.
Thank you so much to Professor Netswera, and we wish you well on your future endeavors, and thank you for your contribution to the Durban University of Technology. Let me just echo Professor Netswera's words to say how proud we are of all of our adaptive graduates. We certainly hope you will party responsibly. Remember, hashtag DUTGrad25. Take the pictures and post them early, because we know what happens later on in the evening. So do the early pics, please. Let me also say thank you to Dr. Nkosi and his guests. Dr. Nkosi, we hope you enjoyed the afternoon and it will be a memorable one for you. To Professor Mtose from University of Zululand, Madam Vice Chancellor, thank you for being with us. And we hope you enjoyed the graduation ceremony here at the Durban University of Technology. On behalf of all of us, we wish you success and good fortune, health and happiness always. In a minute, I will invite you to stand for the singing of the national anthem. There is protocol. Don't stand now, I'll tell you when. There is protocol attached to it. I'm going to ask all the men, the gentlemen, to please remove their mortarboards, bonnets, caps, or hats. Ladies, you can keep your headgear on. Protocol allows you to keep your hats, caps, scarves, or any other headgear on. If you are able to, we ask you to stand and join us, and please feel free to sing the national anthem. It is our national anthem. At the end of the national anthem, this is important, at the end of the anthem, please remain standing. At that point, our Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Thandwa Mthembu, will formally dissolve this afternoon's congregation, which marks the official end of the graduation ceremony. Professor Mthembu will then lead the academic procession off stage. We will exit down the center aisle. Thereafter, we ask you to exit in a safe and orderly fashion and to continue with your celebrations. Before we sing the anthem, I also just have a little message for our adaptive graduates. You will receive an SMS, some of you may have already, from the Center for Quality Promotion and Assurance. That's the CQPA here at DUT. We are conducting a survey for all graduates. Please take a few minutes before you start parting, if you get it, to help us with that graduate survey. It will certainly help us and help future graduates at the university. All you need to do is click on the link that you will receive, and we thank you in advance for supporting our survey via the CQPA. That marks the end of the formalities from my side. I would now like to invite the congregation and the stage party to please stand and invite the DUT chorale to lead us into the national anthem of the Republic of South Africa. Please stand to sing the national anthem. May God bless you and God bless South Africa.
And now, by virtue of the authority vested in me, I dissolve this congregation of the Durban University of Technology. Sibongile kakhulu.
Bye. takeoff.